Make the ground shake.
Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Tom or Gummy, and today welcome back to part number 3 of the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Minecraft build tutorial. As you can see in front of us, this is what we are currently working with. If you don't have this in your world, please do check out parts 1 and 2 in the series where we show you how to build the exterior. So what we've done so far, as you can see, we've done the front, left, rear and right side of the exterior of the build. Of course, we will be doing the ceiling, but that will be the kind of last step in the chain because otherwise it will make the inside very, very dark, so we're not going to be doing that obviously on the video until the very last stage. So anyways, today what we're going to be doing is cracking on with the interior, and what I define as the interior in this scenario is going to be the structure, so the walls, and then in the future we will crack on with the details. So anyways, what we're going to start off by doing is listing off the blocks you'll need for this part of the tutorial. So all in the chest in front of you is what you're going to need. This is not the entirety of the internal structure of the building. I believe there's about 21 rooms and corridors in total. In today's video we are going to be doing 10 of them. So as you can see, quite a lot of blocks. I'm going to list them off one by one. Starting off, we have black concrete, black wall, blue terracotta, green terracotta, light grey concrete powder, grey concrete powder, dark oak planks, andesite, gravel, grey wall, green concrete, light blue concrete, white concrete, bone block, nether brick, polished diorite, cyan terracotta, acacia logs, clay, bricks, nether brick stairs, dark oak stairs, stone brick stairs, nether brick slabs, stone brick slabs, dark oak slabs, brick slabs, stone slabs, nether brick fence, dark oak fence, cobblestone wall, white stained glass panes, a daylight sensor or a few daylight sensors, and some stone buttons. So I will start off, I'm going to grab the majority of the blocks into the inventory because I think that's what we're going to be using the majority of the time, and we will leave the daylight sensor. What we'll actually do is I think bone is one of the lesser used blocks, and we'll also leave clay for now, and we will just have one block so we can kind of quick click around. But anyways, as I said before, and again, credit where credit is due, the building and the full interior was designed by Satori, so again, the information down in the description. Please do go show some love and support, and without further ado, let's get straight into building. Before we jump straight into building, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that's once again going to be Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people such as yourselves on topics including illustration, design, photography, video, freelancing, and much, much more. You can explore new skills, deepen your existing passions, and get lost in creativity. I've mentioned previously I was working my way through the Fundamentals of Photo Editing course, which was by Justin Bridges, and I really enjoyed it and have started to implement the new skills that I've been learning. I've been taking this to the next level now by following up with a course called Instagram-Worthy Photography, Shoot, Edit and Share with Brandon Wolfall. Now this is a real beginner guide that goes through the whole process of taking photos, editing them, and then ultimately sharing them on Instagram. A few of you that follow me on Instagram may know that I'm not very active, and it's something I've been working on, so I really want to improve my skills, understanding the platform, but also understanding how to make my photos look as good as possible. And this course is really interesting and has been helping me achieve this. One of the things I love about this course in particular is there's no focus on having the best equipment. It even has segments talking specifically about how to get the best out of your everyday phone. And this is a common occurrence on Skillshare. A few of the other courses I found, just to name a few: Video on a Budget, Prepare Your Shoot Without Breaking the Bank by Christopher Rhodes, Creative Video Storytelling and Editing, Making the Most of Stock Footage by Nikki Stevens, and iPhone Filmmaking, Create Cinematic Videos with Your Phone by Caleb Babuk and Niles Gray. All of these focus on using resources that you have access to and making the most of it to create something amazing. But that's not all. There's thousands of courses, as we discussed before, covering a wide range of topics, and the best part is it's curated specifically for learning. That means there's no ads, and they're always launching new premium classes, so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. A Skillshare membership is less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. However, just to make it even better, there's going to be a link in the description. The first 1,000 of you to click the link will get a free trial of the premium membership, so you'll have the opportunity to explore your creativity and find a course that interests you. With so much to explore, real projects to create, and the support of fellow creatives, Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. So once again, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and let's jump straight into building. Okie dokie, so what we're going to start off by doing is figuring out where we're actually going to be starting. Quite an important point to consider. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the front entrance, and this might seem quite obvious, but it is important to consider because otherwise everything is going to be blocks backwards, blocks forwards, and the whole build is going to be wrong. So what we're going to do is we're going to come behind the original door, and we're going to double up the layers of black concrete, and then behind the nether brick stairs at the top we'll place 2 black concrete on either side. What we're then going to do is we're going to add a second layer, so it's now 3 blocks wide, this doorway area. So again, that's 3 blocks wide for the doorway, and we'll in the middle again make sure that it is 2 blocks wide. Now in this scenario, we're also going to punch out the floor. So starting at the front left corner, underneath this glass pane here, we are going to grab ourselves our polished diorite, and we're going to place 1 polished diorite. Next to this, we're going to place a black concrete, and then we're going to alternate. So black concrete, polished diorite, black concrete. So you want to make sure it is a checkerboard pattern, and it alternates between the two. And on the right side, we're going to go black concrete and polished diorite. And again, exact same. So go diagonals across for each, and that's going to be the first stage for the floor. This whole area here, we're going to replace with stone slabs, but we'll get to that later on in the video. Anyways, once we've done that, that is, as I said, going to be the doorway. We're going to come around to the rear side of the doorway, and we're going to start off by grabbing ourselves our nether brick stairs, and we're going to punch out the black concrete at the top on each side, and we're going to place 2 upside down nether brick stairs. We're also going to quickly grab ourselves our buttons, and we're going to place a stone button in the top left, bottom middle, top middle, and bottom right and top right, and it's going to end up looking something like this. So that's going to be the doorway. Just like we did previously, we are going to grab ourselves our white stained glass paint, and to the right of the pillar on the left side, we're going to place a row of 4 glass panes, exact same on the right side, and just like we did at the front, we're going to bring it forwards on the top and bottom, and then we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick fences, and we're going to place 2 nether brick fences in the middle, and that's going to be our doors. So the idea being you've got an outside door, an external door, and then you've got the interior door, extra security for everyone. So that is the general gist. That's going to be the first step we are going to work on. What we're then going to do is we are going to grab back our black wall and our black concrete. We'll start off with the black concrete, and to the left of the door, we're going to go diagonal backwards. So we're now in line with the second row of the black concrete. So if you punch through, you should see you are directly here. What we're going to do is we're going to go 9 blocks to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll do the exact same on the right side. So again, diagonal backwards, and we're going to go 9 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you've got a 9 block extension to the left side, and a 9 block extension to the right side to step 1 block backwards from this doorway. So that is the basics of the layout we're going to be working with. What we're going to do now is we will grab ourselves our blue terracotta. You also want to make sure you have your green terracotta and our black concrete and black wall. We'll start off on the left side. On the far left corner, we are going to alternate between black wall and black concrete. We started off with black wall, and we're going to finish again with black wall. Then on top of this, we're going to alternate between green terracotta and blue terracotta. We're going to start off with green, and again, the way I like to do it is just alternate, so place the first block of each, and then go back and place the second block. Otherwise, it becomes this kind of game of switching between the two, and it's not the funnest of experiences. So you can see here, the black concrete should line up with the blue terracotta, the green terracotta with the black wall. On top of this, we're going to line up another layer of the black wall and concrete, and again, it's going to follow the exact same pattern as the bottom layer. So we're going to start off with wall, leave gaps in between each, and then we go back and fill it in the middle using our black concrete. That should now be 5 blocks tall, and again, 9 blocks wide. We repeat this now on the right side. So again, above, we're going to go black wall alternating with the black concrete. We're then going to start off green terracotta alternating with the blue terracotta, and the second layer is going to be blue terracotta alternating with the green terracotta. To cap this off, again, black wall starting off and at the end, and then in the 4 gaps, go ahead and place black concrete. So that's going to be the first step of the walls. For the next step, we are going to switch to our light grey concrete powder and our light grey concrete. Starting off above the black wall, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4 using our light grey concrete powder, and we're going to do this above all of the black walls. So above all of the black walls, so it should be 5 on each side, we are going to place light grey concrete powder, 4 light grey concrete powder to be precise, and then in the middle of all of these gaps we're going to place our 4 light grey concrete. So it's going to give us this kind of striped pattern, which is very, very simple but does look the part. And what we will then do is we're going to bridge it in the middle once I do this. So we are going to go to the middle bit, and we're going to alternate between 2, continuing over. So you can see here we have our light grey concrete powder. We're going to continue over, going light grey concrete, then powder, then concrete. And again, this is just simply building up 4 blocks, powder in the middle, concrete, powder, and then finally concrete. And if you've done it correctly, you should have a solid row going across now of 25 wide, alternating between light grey concrete powder and light grey concrete. For the next step, we are going to continue now. So above the light grey concrete powders, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3 using grey concrete powder. So simple grey concrete powder, and again that's above the existing light grey concrete powder. So we continue it across. If it's light grey concrete powder, it's going to be grey concrete powder. If it's light grey concrete, it's going to be grey concrete. And again, it gives you this really cool, simple yet effective little pattern, stripe pattern if you will, going across the wall. And that's pretty much it. It is 25 wide. It is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, 12 blocks tall, and it looks something like this. The final detail we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our dark oak stairs, our dark oak planks, and our dark oak wood. We're going to start off in the far left corner, and we're going to place a plank. We're then going to place 2 stairs facing forwards, a plank, 2 stairs facing forwards, plank, and 2 stairs facing forwards. Above this, we're going to place a row of dark oak slabs all the way across, and it gives us this lovely border at the bottom. Starting off on the right side, again, exact same applies. So to the right of the door, we're going to place 2 stairs, a plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, and across the top, a nice row of dark oak slabs. So that is going to be the first wall. That's going to be the entrance wall, if you will. And again, as I said before, if you come through the doorway, it should be 3 blocks wide. You're going to come through, and this is the wall that's going to be behind you. What we're going to do now is, as if we've just come in the building, we're going to turn sharply to our left, 90-degree angle. What we're going to do is behind this dark oak plank here, we're going to place a black concrete, and we're going to expand this 9 blocks to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should now be 10 blocks wide. On top of this, what we're going to do is we're going to alternate between black wall and black concrete. So again, a 10 wide section, black wall, black concrete. Above this, we're going to alternate between blue and green, starting off with blue. And the reason we start off with blue, because obviously in this previous layer, we left off with green. So we want to make sure that it flows all the way around the walls. There is a few occasions in the build where that's not the case, and it is kind of unavoidable. But where best, we will try and continue the pattern. Next layer, black concrete, black wall. So starting off with concrete because we left off with wall. Again, another layer all the way across, just bouncing between the two, making sure it lines up with what is below. As we said before, if it's concrete, place concrete. If it's wall, place powder. We are going to grab ourselves our concrete, light grey concrete and our light grey concrete powder, and we're going to build up 4 in total all the way across using the corresponding blocks. So again, just place all of the ones of a certain type, then go back and fill in the gaps using, again, our light grey variety. We're then going to switch out to the darker grey version and again continue the pattern, this time only using 3 blocks, so 3 blocks tall of our various colours, and that is going to be that wall. Of course, we will continue as well with the theme of the dark oak planks. So what we're going to do is, to the right of the dark oak plank here, we're going to place 2 stairs, a plank, 2 stairs, a plank, 2 stairs and 1 plank, and then we're going to do a row all the way across using our slabs. Again, that should be 10 blocks wide in total, and that is going to be the left side of the building. Now, the next side we're going to work on is going to be the rear side. We'll work on the right side final. There is going to be a door there, so it makes it slightly more different. Not difficult, but different. So what we're going to do for the rear side, and when I say the rear side, is that's facing away from the original door. Technically, you could argue it's the front side as we're walking in, but we are going to grab ourselves our black concrete, and directly behind the dark oak plank here, we're going to place a black concrete, and we're going to extend 8 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What we're then going to do is we'll go 1 block further to the right, so 9, but we're going to build 1 forwards. From here, we're going to build up 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We can also get rid of the block behind, because this is going to be the doorway. What we're then going to do is to the right of this 5 tall pillar of black concrete, we're going to leave a 2 block gap, and then we're going to place a second 5 tall pillar, leave a 2 block gap, and a third 5 tall pillar. In between all of these lovely new pillars that we've just placed, we are going to place 2 upside down nether brick stairs on either side, the left side and the right side, and just like we always do, we love a good stone button, we're going to place a stone button at the top and bottom of each pillar, so 6 buttons in total. Just like what we did with the door on the other side, we are going to place a row of 4 glass panes on either side. We're then going to bring it forwards 1 at the top and the bottom, and we're going to have ourselves another lovely door with 2 nether brick fences in the middle as the kind of little grand handles, and that's going to be our door. What we're then going to do is we're going to continue over to the right side, so from this black concrete here, we're going to go diagonal backwards, and we're going to place a row of 9 black concrete. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again, it's going to follow the exact same pattern as we've done all the way across. So we're going to start off alternating between black concrete and black wool. We left off here with black wool, so we're going to go concrete first, and again, it's just alternating between the 2 blocks. That's going to be row number 1. For row number 2, or I guess row number 3, if you're including the original layer, we are going to start off with our blue this time because we left off with green. So again, bouncing between blue and green terracotta, and then fill in the gaps as you can see I'm doing. We're then going to add again our layer, black concrete, bouncing between black concrete and black wool, and we're going to replicate this on the right side. Now I'm not going to show you all of this because I appreciate it is very, very self-explanatory. One thing to bear in mind, as I said, is the whole wall is 25 tall. It's the exact same as this wall here, just mirrored. As always, again, if it's concrete, place concrete. If it's wool, place concrete powder. So we're going to start off grabbing ourselves our light grey, and above the black concrete, we'll build up 4 using light grey concrete, 4 using light grey concrete powder, etc., etc., and hopefully you get the idea. So again, very, very simple. And then on top of this, we are going to then go back to our grey. So above the grey concrete powders, place 3 grey concrete powder. Above the light grey concrete, place the grey concrete. Again, very, very simple. And from a corner, now looking something like this, really starting to take shape and look rather quite nice. Behind the door here, what we're actually going to do is we're going to expand all of this 2 blocks backwards. So expand your pillars 2 blocks backwards, and this will make sense in a second, because obviously we are going to have to expand into the main room, which is going to be the dining room. Behind the nether brick, also, go ahead and place 2 black concrete on either side, and just to save ourselves a bit of hassle, we will go ahead and place 2 upside down nether brick stairs, and that's what we're going to crack on with once we're in the dining room. What we've done here, we're going to duplicate on the right side. Again, I'll do that off camera, but in the middle bit here, you're just going to continue with that pattern. So you are going to grab yourselves, obviously, your light grey. We're going to start off, because we had light grey concrete here, we'll use our powder. We're then going to go concrete, powder, concrete, powder, concrete, whoops, wrong one, and powder, and then alternate again, as I said before, with the grey variants. So hopefully you get the idea. Again, very, very self-explanatory. It's going to be a lot of this in the video because the build in itself is quite uniform, which is quite nice. It means you kind of know what to expect. As I said before, once you've done with that, grab yourselves your stairs and also your slabs of the dark oak wood variety. And to the right of the plank here, we're going to place 2 stairs and a plank, 2 stairs and a plank, and then finally 2 stairs with a row of slabs across the top for good measure. That's the gist. Again, we'll do that part off camera, and there's going to be a lot of that throughout the build, just kind of cutting and bouncing between various areas, because you all are smart enough to be able to just copy it. 4 blocks tall, very simple pattern, easy to do. Anyways, right side. The reason we're going to be doing the right side, or paying a little bit more attention to the right side, is the element there's going to be a doorway. Now the reason the doorway makes things a bit more complex is obviously you're punching a big old hole in the wall. So things to bear in mind, things to consider, that's why we're going to be talking about it. What we're going to do is we're going to imagine this section is complete. So on that basis, there would be a dark oak stair plank here. There'd be 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, etc., etc. The row of slabs above, and a lovely wall just here. Consider that done. Imagine it's there. Behind the dark oak plank here, we're going to place a black concrete, and we're going to extend 1, 2, 3 to the right. We're then going to leave a 2-block gap and place 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right side. In front of the block next to the gap, both on the left side and the right side, we're going to build forwards 1 using black concrete. What we're then going to do is on the rear side, we're going to build up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Exact same on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Join in the middle by placing 2 black concrete, nice and simple. Then what we're going to do is switch out, grab ourselves our nether brick stairs. I was about to say fences. We're going to place a nether brick stair on top of each of the black concretes. We're then going to grab ourselves a dark oak fence, place a dark oak fence above the nether brick stair. Then we'll grab back our nether brick stair and we're going to place an upside down one on either side, and then a row of 4 black concrete linking left side to right side. As accustomed to, in the corners, so bottom left, bottom right, top left, top right, we're going to place a stone button, and that's going to be the details for our door. Apart from that, the rest of it's very, very similar. So we're going to start off on this corner here, black wall, black concrete, black wall. The reason being, this will be black concrete right here, and that will alternate, as you can see, like so. And then above this, we are going to go, starting from left side to right side, green, blue, green, and then second layer, blue, green, blue. We'll then go wall, concrete, wall, and exact same on this side. So we'll go concrete, wall, concrete to match up with this corner here. We'll then go blue, green, blue, again to match up the corner, green, blue, green, and then above this we shall do concrete, wall, concrete. And that's as simple as that. So that's going to be that part there. And as always, again, we're alternating so that above the blocks, we're going to have the relevant equivalent, if you will. So above the wall, we are going to start off 4 light grey concrete powder. Above the concrete, we'll place 4 light grey concrete. And again, we do this all the way across. We then replicate on top, building up 3 using our grey equivalents. And hopefully, again, you get the idea. Now, in terms of the ceiling for this section, we are going to be using andesite, I believe it is, or not andesite, it's diorite, sorry, polished diorite. However, I'm not going to be doing that in this video, and the reason why I'm not going to be doing that, and I also recommend you don't do that, is because, of course, we're going to have to build the interior details, and that's going to require some level of lighting. It's going to particularly be difficult for the video, hence why I'm not going to do it, but in terms of the actual building it yourself, it's going to be a bit of a pain. So that's why I'm not doing that. That's why I don't recommend you do it quite yet. We'll do that as the very last step. So the very last steps, once we have all the interior details, add the internal roof, then add the external roof. There is a big gap, as you can see. I think it's 2 or 3 blocks. You can see in height difference, so do bear that in mind. Anyways, final touches for this bit. Again, just 2 stairs with slabs on top either side, and that's going to be the interior structure of the first room. This is going to be the reception room, nice and simple. In terms of the floor, again, we're going for the black and white checkerboard pattern. We're going to be, of course, using polished diorite. So grab yourselves your polished diorite and your black concrete, and we're going to finish where we left off here. So again, we're going to continue making sure that the diorite does not come into contact with any other diorite apart from diagonals. So just go through, and you can see here I'm just going diagonal, punching out block by block. It's a bit of a tedious process, but again, has to be done eventually. So again, just go through, punch them out, have the checkerboard pattern. I'm going to pause the video here, and I'll be back in a moment once that and also the wall that I have been working on are complete. Okay, and once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. You can see we've got a nice opening room. If I go back round to the entrance and walk on in, this is going to be our reception area. So there's of course going to be a few more details. There's going to be a nice rug in the middle. There's going to be some chairs to wait around for maybe the parent collection area, whatever you want to call it, and a nice reception desk here going back into the staff room. Again, if you haven't seen the showcase video where I show off the interior and kind of what we're working with, I recommend you check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. But anyways, we're not going to worry about the details. As I said, that'll be a future video, nor will we worry about the staff room quite yet. We'll get to that later on in this video. We're going to head through these double doors here, and we're going to crack on with arguably what is, I would say, one of the main rooms in the building. It's by far the largest, and that's going to be the dining room area, the party room, whatever you want to call it, big old area where the stage is. So, as I said, we have this area currently. Now, the good thing about this is we're going to be reusing it. So this is going to be the entrance wall. We're going to start off to the left of the door by placing 2 dark oak stairs, a plank, 2 stairs and a plank, and then it's going to curve off there. Above this, as we have done with all of it, we'll grab ourselves our dark oak slabs, and that's going to be that wall, done nice and simple. What we'll also do whilst we're on the details is, just as we've done previously, we're going to place doors. We're not going to do the whole facing forwards bit this time. We're just going to place 4 glass either side, and that's going to be that. We will, however, as kind of standard and as necessary, place buttons on each of the sides, so bottom and top, 3 pillars in total, 6 buttons, and my goodness, it is looking much better already. Love a bit of buttons. So what we're going to do is we are then going to extend towards the right side. So essentially, from the door here to the right of it, it should be 16 blocks wide. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what we're going to do is extend a further 7 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to make sure that it continues in the same pattern as where we left off. So again, we left off with black concrete, so we're going to do black wool, and we do this all the way across. Again, we left off with blue, so we're going to go green, just making sure that it has that continuity going across. Very fancy word, but again, very important to consider when building, especially when we're building large kind of open flat areas as we are doing right now. Once you get to that, you have the good old bit again of alternating between a light grey concrete powder, light grey concrete, and it's again the same pattern as it has always been going across. Now, as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the kind of areas of interest, but once we get to parts like this, I'm not going to be doing the whole switching every single time between concrete and concrete powder. You get the idea. It is 3 blocks tall for the grey, 4 blocks tall for the light grey. So that is going to be your area. Again, that side's actually longer than it needs to be, and we'll discuss that in a bit. But in terms of this side, we will again start off at the bottom. 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, and a plank, and then finally we'll just do 1 more stair for good measure. Row of slabs all the way across, and that's going to be this wall. So that's the entrance wall, if you will, behind the door. We're now going to head over to the right side, and the way we're going to do this is to the right of this stair here, this lone little stair. We're going to build up 1, 2 using black concrete. We are then going to grab ourselves blue terracotta, and we're going to place 1 blue terracotta, 1 green. We're then going to place a black concrete, and then we are going to place 4 light grey concrete, because of course this is light grey concrete powder, so light grey concrete, and then we'll do on top of this 3 grey concrete. What we're then going to do is from here we're going to go diagonal to the right again, so you can see this is kind of a pillar in the middle, just joining, and from here we're going to go 12 blocks to the right. So we're going to come in through the door, we're going to turn to our left, and then from here we're going to expand this block 12 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What we'll then do is we'll add the second layer. So again, we're going to start off with black wool, and we're going to do this all the way across, and it should end on black wool because that one was black concrete, and we'll mark again the gaps with black concrete. What we'll then do is we're going to build up 5 to the right of this using black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to leave a 3 block gap, 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th block, build up 5. What we'll then do is we're going to extend to the right 23 blocks using black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So again, that is 23 blocks in total, and that side is 13 blocks in total. On this side, we're going to start off with black wool, and again, alternate between the two, going all the way across the 23 blocks. It's going to end on black wool, and again, go back and fill in the gaps using black concrete. The reason I'm doing this is just so you can make sure that it is established and distinguished from the doorway that we're going to be working on here. So for this doorway, what we're going to do, very similar to what we did on the previous one, is we're going to build forwards one on the left side and the right side. We are then going to grab ourselves both our nether brick fences and, not our nether brick fences, our dark oak fences and our nether brick stairs. So above this, we're going to place a nether brick stair, dark oak fence, upside down nether brick stair, exact same on the right side, nether brick stair, dark oak fence, upside down nether brick stair, and then a row of 4 linking left side to right side. We will then grab ourselves our stone buttons and we'll place a stone button in each corner. This area, this door, is going to go through to Pirate's Cove, of course Foxy's favourite area. We'll then head around to the right side, which is going to go into the main large corridor, and then the right side is going to go into kind of behind the scenes areas, so the staff areas, behind the stage, maintenance, all that good stuff. So anyways, that is the door, nice and simple. Apart from that, everything else is going to be the exact same. So we're going to start off, again, on this side, green, blue, all the way across. We do a second layer, so again, alternating between the two. And then above that, we're going to do another layer of black wool and black concrete, mirroring what we did previously. So if it's black wool below, so everything above the blue concrete will be black wool, and then obviously everything in between is going to be black concrete. Exact same on the right side. We are going to start off above the black concrete, above the black wool, this time using green terracotta, and then we'll alternate. So blue terracotta all the way across. I think I did the exact same. So above every black concrete will be a blue terracotta, and then above every black wool will be a green terracotta. Nice and simple to remember, and then we'll alternate for the second row, and then copy the black wool and black concrete. So the reason I'm running through this again, just to kind of get that pattern into your head, as I said, we will be cutting that part out later on in the video, so kind of get used to the pattern and try and follow it as best as possible. As I mentioned before, above all of the wool is going to be concrete powder, above all of the concrete is going to be standard concrete. In the middle here, you just alternate between what works. So as I said, if we grab ourselves our light grey concrete powder, if we have light grey concrete powder here, what we'll do, leave a gap, concrete powder, leave a gap, concrete powder, leave a gap, and then above the wall again, concrete powder. If it fits, perfect. If it doesn't, something's not gone right. So again, try and figure out what has happened. Anyways, as I said before, it's going to be 4 rows of light grey. It's going to be then 3 rows of normal grey. I'm going to do that off camera because, as I said, it's the same old thing over and over again, and it's the exact same with the stairs as well. So we're going to start off, we'll do 1 stair, a plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, row of slabs all the way across, and then on the right side of the door, we're going to start off again, 1 stair, plank, 2 stairs, 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 and finally a dark oak plank. Again, above all of these, a row of slabs. I'll do that off camera, don't you worry. So again, pause the video here, build everything you need to, and then we shall continue by making a quick, sharp turn to the right. So this is going to be the rear wall, the side that goes into the main corridor. What we're going to do is behind the dark oak plank here, we're going to place 1 black concrete, and we're going to expand 17 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Whoops, got carried away. 17. So 18 in total. We are going to start off on the second layer with black concrete, and again alternating between the two. It's going to end off on black wool. If you've done it correctly, go ahead and place them in between, and hopefully at this point you know what you're doing. So again, above black concrete, you guessed it, we're going to be placing blue terracotta. Above the black wool, green terracotta. That's going to alternate. And then, of course, above the second row, we're going to have our row of black wool and black concrete mirroring the second row that we built originally. So that's going to be that wall, general gist. Again, once you have done all that, it's going to be the exact same procedure. So 4 layers of light grey and then 3 layers of grey, alternating between V2. Above wall, it's going to be concrete powder. Above the concrete, it is going to be concrete. What we will do is we are going to grab ourselves our nether brick and we're going to lay out where the door is going to be. So from here, we are going to go diagonal forwards and we are going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are then going to leave a 4 block gap, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the 5th block, we're going to place another 6 tall pillar of nether brick. What we'll do is we are going to grab ourselves our white glass panes, or not our glass panes, our normal glass, apologies. And we're going to place 4 white glass, linking left side to right side at the top. We're then going to grab ourselves our daylight sensors, which of course I left in the chest because I said we wouldn't be using, but I'll just grab some more. We'll place a row of 6 daylight sensors linking left side to right side, and underneath the glass we're going to place a row of 4 nether brick slabs. So this is going to be our doorway. Now there is going to be a bunch more detail on this, don't worry, but for now we're just going to leave it looking like this. What we'll also do, and again another block that I disregarded and said we wouldn't need for a while, is we're going to grab ourselves our bone blocks, and behind the daylight sensors here, what we'll do is we are going to place, again it's going to be a pain, we'll place a row here, we'll place 3 rows of bone blocks on top of this, and again each of these rows is going to be 6 blocks wide. Punch out this area here and you can kind of see it's just going through, and again that's going to be a 3 tall by 6 wide area. The bottom row, only half the block is going to be visible because it's of course going to be obstructed by the daylight sensors, but that's completely fine. And then above this, what we are going to do is we are going to grab ourselves our grey concrete and our grey concrete powder, and we're going to go 3 concrete, 3 concrete powder, 3 concrete, concrete again. So this is the one exception again, or there's a few exceptions, but this is one of the rare exceptions where we have 2 of the same together: concrete powder and concrete. If you do it correctly, of course, above here will be light grey concrete and then concrete powder, and then light grey grey concrete powder, and then light grey concrete powder, and then it will alternate. So it'll go concrete, concrete powder, etc., all the way across. Let me chuck out the bone block before it makes switching a bit more difficult. And again, that is the doorway. Much more detail to come, but that'll be in a future video. Alrighty, so to the right side of the door now, what we're going to do is we're going to go diagonal backwards, and we're going to place a row of 6 black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Above this, we're going to alternate again between our black wool and our black concrete, starting off on the left side using black wool. Above the black wall, we're going to place blue terracotta. Above the black concrete, we are going to place green. I think that's actually the first time it switches, so you can kind of switch over if you want. Doesn't really matter that much either way. And then again, above this, we're going to alternate between the 2 blocks, so switch it around. We'll have our black wall and our black concrete on top, and then we're going to alternate. So again, above the walls, we're going to have 4 light grey concrete powder, and then in between each of these we're going to have light grey concrete, and then above it we'll have 3 grey concrete powder, and then in between 3 grey concrete. So nice and simple. Again, that's going to be all the way across, so don't you worry. What we will also do again as standard is we're going to have our dark oak planks and stairs going all the way across. So starting on the left side, again we'll go 2 stairs, plank, 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 2 stairs, and then on the right side 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, and a lovely plank with of course rows of slabs going across the top. So that's now going to bring us to the final wall. That's going to be the side with the stage, and again that's going to make it slightly more tricky. There's a few more details we need to be adding, or at least a few more colours we need to be chucking into the mix, but we'll talk about that. So what we're going to start off by doing, as we always do, behind this dark oak plank here, we're going to place a row of 12 black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What we're then going to do is we're going to go diagonal forwards and we're going to place a black concrete right there. We are then, on top of this, again going to start off alternating between the blocks. So starting off with black wool this time. We're going to go all the way across, fill in the gaps using black concrete. We'll finish on black concrete. We're then going to start off the next row, blue terracotta, all the way across. In between, place your green terracotta. And then above, we're going to place our second row, again starting with green terracotta this time, switching between the two. We're then going to mirror what we did previously, so black wool, starting off, finishing on the black concrete, and then we're going to continue up and above using our light grey concrete powder, light grey concrete, concrete powder, concrete, concrete powder, concrete, and then above 3 rows of the grey equivalent. However, what we're going to do before we do all that is we're going to grab ourselves our white concrete. We are going to count in from the left side 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th, 7th and 8th block we're going to punch out a 3x3 out of the blue and green and also the black at the top. Go ahead and replace that with white terracotta. That will make a bunch more sense once we start building the interior details. And then at the bottom, 2 stairs, a plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, and 2 stairs. And that's going to bring us right nicely into the black concrete at the side. Again, as I said before, exact same pattern above as standard. What I will do is I'll do the final row, and there's a reason that will make sense in a second. So again, above the concrete, we will, in fact I won't do that, ignore me, we won't do that. So we will build up the black concrete here, 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so it's 12 blocks tall in total, and it should be the exact same height as the rest of the top of the wall. So if you went to the top of those pillars there and stood, it should be the same as this one. To the right of this, so looking now towards the door here, what we're going to do is we are going to expand 1, 2 to the right. We're then going to place a second layer of black concrete. On this first row here, we're going to place blue terracotta. So we're imagining we're basically continuing it over. So we've got green here. We'll place 1 blue, 1 green. We're then going to place 1 black wool. We are then going to place 4 light grey concrete powder. And then on top of this, we're going to place 3 grey concrete powder. So it's essentially extending this wall 1 block further. And as I said before, it will match up perfectly if you've done it correctly. We're then going to grab ourselves our light blue concrete. And above here, we're going to place 10 light blue concrete. And that's going to be the start of our kind of stage. This is the backdrop of our stage. It's going to be set 2 blocks back further than the wall. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our black concrete now. We're going to go diagonal to the side, and from here we're going to expand to the right 15 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So it's 16 blocks in total. We're going to double it up for a second layer, and then we're going to start building our backdrop. So for our backdrop, the primary blocks you're going to need is, or should I say the only blocks you're going to need, white concrete, light blue concrete, green terracotta, and green concrete. We're going to start off on layer number 3 on the left side by placing 5 green concrete, 5 green terracotta, a green concrete, 2 green terracotta, 2 green concrete, and 1 green terracotta. So again, that is the first row. Feel free to pause after every single row if you need to do so. For the next layer now, we are going to place 6 light blue concrete. We're then going to place 2 green concrete, 1 green terracotta, 1 green concrete, 3 green terracotta, 1 green concrete, and 2 green terracotta. And again, feel free to pause if you need to do so. Next layer, nice and simple, is going to be 12 blocks of light blue concrete. We're then going to do 1 block of green concrete and 3 green terracotta. We're then going to do 4 layers of 16 light blue concrete. So that translates basically to 4 solid layers of light blue concrete. So again, 4 layers of light blue concrete. And then once we get towards the top of the build, we're going to start adding some clouds. So we're going to start integrating our white concrete. So we've got 3 more layers remaining until we're at the top. We're going to start off nice and simple by placing 6 light blue concrete. We're then going to do 2 white concrete, and then we are going to do 6 light blue and 2 white. So again, 6 light blue, 2 white, 6 light blue, 2 white. Second to last layer, we are going to do 3 white concrete, 3 light blue, 4 white concrete, 3 light blue, and then 3 white concrete. And then for the final layer, layer number 12, we are going to do 4 white concrete, 4 light blue, 2 white concrete, and 6 light blue concrete. And that's going to be the backdrop of the stage. Now, of course, there's going to be a ton of detail, which is going to cover up the majority of this, but that will be partially visible in the background of the stage. What we'll do is we're also then going to grab ourselves our black concrete. We're going to go diagonal forwards from here. We're going to place 1, 2, 3 using our black concrete. We'll build up 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12 tall in total. We'll add a second layer of black concrete at the bottom. The layer furthest away will build up 10 using light blue concrete, and then this layer here is going to be a continuation of the wall we are about to build. So we are going to start off with our blue terracotta, green terracotta, black concrete. We're then going to do our 4 light grey concrete, and then we'll do our 3 grey concrete. If you've done it correctly, that'll bring you up to the top, and it's going to give you something that looks like this. So if we're back up now, you can see how it's starting to come together. You're getting a bit of a gist for the size of the room. Again, a quite significantly sized room. What we'll do for the final stage is we're going to place a wall here, and then we're also going to have a doorway, which is going to link back to the kind of kitchen and staff areas. So we are going to start off on the left side. We're going to grab ourselves our black concrete, and behind this one here, we're going to go diagonal, so the second block backwards. We're going to place 1, 2, 3 black concrete, and then on the third one, we're going to go up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the start of the doorway. We're going to leave a 2 block gap, and then we're going to place a 5 tall pillar, again, of black concrete. And to the right of this, we're going to expand 6 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you've done it correctly, it should line up directly behind the dark oak plank. There should be a 2 block overhang. That is perfect. Of course, in between, we are going to place black wall, black concrete, and then on this side, black wall, black concrete, black wall, black concrete, wall, and concrete. We will also then above this grab back our blue terracotta. On the left side, we're going to go green, blue, blue, green. On the right side, we're going to go green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, and then we're going to alternate for the next layer, and we are then going to place on top of it the corresponding block. So above the green, we'll place black concrete. Above the blue, we'll place black wall. In terms of the doorway, we're going to place, again, bottom left, bottom right, a black concrete. We are then going to grab ourselves our nether brick stairs. We'll place a nether brick stair. We'll then place a dark oak fence, an upside down nether brick stair, and then a row of 4 black concrete linking left side to right side. We're then going to grab ourselves our stone buttons, and we're going to place a stone button in each corner as standard. That's going to be the little archway. What we will also do is on the left side, we'll place 2 stairs, of course slabs above. On the right side, we'll place 2 stairs, a plank, and 2 stairs, and of course slabs going across the top. Hopefully you got the idea. Again, above here, above the black wall, we're going to place 4 of our light grey concrete powder, then 3 grey concrete powder, concrete, concrete powder, concrete, concrete powder, concrete, concrete powder, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to go away and build up all the walls, and I'm also going to continue out the floor. You can see here we've left off, we've brought it through, going between, alternating between the polished diorite and the black concrete. So again, that's going to continue into this room. So just do it, making sure that it continues as the balance between the 2, checkerboard pattern all the way across. There should be at no point where 2 blocks of the same come into together. So again, as I said, I'll pause here, and you'll hopefully then see a mass transformation with all the walls built and the floor complete nicely. Alrighty, so once you've done that, it ends up looking a little bit like this. As you can see, again, the walls all symmetrical going around, the only exception being that 2x2 in the middle, but again, it happens. We can't really avoid it. So that is the main dining room, the party room, the stage room, whatever you want to call it. That is done, tick out of the way. From above, you can start to see again the building taking shape internally. Again, a huge chunk of the build, that initial room. The corridor is then going to go down, turn to the left in a kind of L shape, but what we will do is the only other room on the left side, which is going to be the Pirates Cove area. So what we are going to do is we are going to head on through the door. So again, just for perspective, you come in from the front side, you head over to the door on the left, and what we are going to start off by doing is we are of course going to bring the door backwards. So we are going to start off by leaving a 1 block gap, and then we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our black concrete. We'll do the exact same on the right side, link in the middle. We'll also link at the top. However, in the middle part here, what we are going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our cobblestone walls, and we're going to place 4 cobblestone walls on each side, and that's going to make up that section. So that is going to be the door, as I said previously. The walls we are also going to have to double up, so it is a little bit tedious, but not the end of the world. So anyways, let's grab back our core materials, our black wool and our black concrete. We'll also grab back our green terracotta and our blue terracotta, of course the kind of core building blocks we're going to be working with. And what we're going to start off by doing is directly to the left of this cobblestone wall, we're going to build 6 to the left, so 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then we're going to do the exact same on the right side. So from the cobblestone wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 blocks to the right. So what we're then going to do is we are going to, again, continue. We'll start off on the left side first. We're going to start off black concrete, wall, concrete, wall, concrete, wall. And then on this side, again, concrete, wall, concrete, wall, concrete, wall. On the left side, on top of this, we're going to start off green terracotta, and we're going to alternate between it. Nice and simple. Actually, the row behind is the opposite. So we'll just place the opposite blocks as to what we've been doing, and we will then continue on this one. Black concrete wall, so this one is the same all the way across. That's going to be our 6 by 5. So 6 wide, 5 blocks tall. Exact same on this side. So we're going to start off green, blue, green, blue, green, blue. Exact same for the next row. And then on top of this, we're going to start off black concrete, wall, concrete, and wall. And that's going to be that section. As we've done previously, above all of it, on top of the concrete blocks, we are going to place 1, 2, 3, and 4 concrete, and then above that we will place 3 grey concrete, exact same for this one, so light grey concrete powder, and then above it we're going to place grey concrete powder, and that's going to continue all the way across, not like that, but again 4 tall for the bottom section, so for the light greys, and 3 tall for the upper sections. What I have realised is that we will, in the middle, and I've busted up the previous side, whoops, let me fix that, is in the middle we're going to have a 2 wide section. So in the middle bit here, what we will go ahead and do is we'll have a 2 wide section of light grey concrete, and then we'll continue with the powder like so. So again, you want to make sure that above all the walls is concrete powder, and then in the middle go ahead and place your light grey concrete. Of course, as I said before, there are going to be these slight occasions where there's a 2 wide section, especially when it's above a doorway. It doesn't really matter too much at all. So yeah, that's that. And again, above all of those blocks, place the corresponding in the dark grey variant. What we'll also do, and we'll continue this into most of the rooms, is we're going to start off on the bottom left corner, plank, double stair, and then on this side, double stair, plank, double stair, and a plank. And that is going to be the initial side when you come in the front door. What we're then going to do is we're going to curve around on the corner. So behind this plank here, we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 black concrete. And then we're going to expand around to the side, 1 and 2. So we have a nice kind of curve in the wall. We're going to continue the pattern we had previously. So black wall here, we're going to go concrete, alternating between, and then in the gaps we're going to place our wall blocks. We've got blue terracotta here, so we're going to start off with green, wrap it around the corner, and then fill in the gaps, if I can, that is, with blue terracotta, and again, all the gaps with green terracotta in between. For the next layer, continue, so again, black concrete first, and then fill in the gaps with the black wool. And then on top of this, again, above concrete, concrete, above wool, concrete powder, 4 rows of light grey, 3 rows of normal grey. What we're then going to do is we are going to, again, twist around to the right side. So if we come in the room, we're essentially taking a shop, turn to the left, 90 degrees, and we're going to start off here. What we're going to do is from this block, we're going to go diagonal, and we're going to place a row of 16 black concrete. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And then above this, we are going to grab some extra blocks, which I didn't actually grab into the inventory at the start, and that is a bit of a pain. So this is optional. Again, it's just a backdrop, but it does look pretty nice, so I would recommend. Let me think of a block. We'll get rid of that for now. And we are going to grab sand, sandstone, and then also birch planks. So 3 blocks in total. Let me clean up the inventory just a tad and get those onto the hotbar. And again, this is going to be a backdrop for the kind of pirate beach scene. So we're going to start off nice and simple. On the left, 2 sandstone, 1 birch plank, 5 sandstone, 2 birch planks, 2 sandstone, 1 sand, 1 birch plank, 1 sandstone, and 1 birch plank. So again, if I back up, it ends up looking something like this. The next layer, we are going to grab back our light blue concrete, and we're going to place 7 light blue concrete, 3 sandstone, 1 sand, 1 sandstone, 1 birch plank, 1 sandstone, 1 birch plank, and 1 sandstone. And again, that is going to be layer number 3. For the next layer, we are going to place 11 light blue concrete, 2 birch planks, 1 sand, 1 birch plank, and 1 sandstone. And above this, we are going to place 5 layers of 16 light blue concrete. So again, that is 5 layers of 16 light blue concrete. That is going to take you all the way to the top, minus 3 layers, and you probably guessed what we're going to do on those 3 layers. We're going to alternate between grey concrete and grey concrete powder. So again, that is your 5th layer, I believe. Let me double check. So 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. And then what we are going to do is we're going to alternate again between grey concrete and grey concrete powder. So you can see here it's wool, which means this section here is going to be, let me grab the block. That's going to be a light grey concrete powder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off here, grey concrete, and then we're going to alternate again between the grey concrete powder and the grey concrete. And we're going to do this all the way across. Of course, as there's 16 blocks, there should be theoretically 8 of each. And again, it's going to end up looking, once I back up in a second, relatively simple. But again, it'll make more sense once we build the stage. Again, another kind of detailed stage we're going to be having. Of course, in front there's going to be the little kind of tent area and also a bunch of water and a pirate ship. So lots of cool detail to come. But again, that'll be featured in a future video. In front of this, we are going to also place, as we have done with all the other sections, our dark oak planks and our stairs. So even going back to the corner as well, we're going to have that. So we'll start off 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs. We'll then have a plank in the corner, and then we'll go 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, and we'll do this all the way across until we hit the end. Ends up lining up perfectly. As you can see, above all of that, you place a row of slabs, but we will do that off camera, I'll just place a few just to make sure everyone's on the same path. So again, all the way around, and that's the exact same in all of the rooms we are going to be working on. So again, I'll do that off camera, don't worry about it. Anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to wrap around to the rear side of the room. The rear side of the room, again, following the same pattern. So behind the dark oak plank here, we're going to place a black concrete. We're going to go 19 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 20 blocks in total. We alternate once again between black concrete and black wool, starting off with the black concrete. Do that all the way across. Going to grab ourselves our black wool, and again, it's going to be the exact same pattern as previously. So we once again grab back our green terracotta, our blue terracotta. We're going to start off this time from the left with green. We do it all the way across. So this time our blue terracotta is going to be above the wall. Our green is going to be above the concrete. We alternate it for a second layer. Again, this is all repetitive. It's the exact same information. Apologies if I'm boring you, but again, I really want to drill it in. It is that simple. Again, we're then going to do another layer, alternating between black concrete and black wool, all the way across, 20 blocks in total. And then above this, above the black concrete, we're going to have 4 light grey concrete and then 3 grey concrete. Above the wall, we're going to have 4 light grey concrete powder and 3 grey concrete powder. Again, that's going to be all the way across. And then at the front side, we are going to go across the front with 2 stairs and a plank all the way across. So again, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank, 2 stairs, plank. And then once you get to the end, if you have done it correctly, you'll be 1 short, so just add an extra plank like so. Doesn't really matter, and that is all good. What we'll then do is we're going to alternate now to the other side. So from the actual side of the room, it's going to be the right side of the room. What we will do, again, exact same as before, we're going to start off by placing a row of black concrete all the way across. So it should be 22 blocks in total of black concrete. And then we're going to go, again, black concrete, black wool, starting off on the left side with black concrete and then ending off with black wool, which should link up perfectly if you've done it correctly with both the left side and the right side. We're then going to alternate between our green and blue, starting off this time with green, finishing with blue. We're then going to do a second layer and rinse and repeat. Again, above this, we will then go the black and black concrete and black wool in the exact same pattern as we had on the second layer. And then, as always, everything above concrete is going to be concrete. Everything above wool is going to be our concrete powder. There is one exception on this, and I'm going to show you in a second, a little bit of detail that we'll come back to in the interior details section of the tutorial series. But what we will do is on the left side, we're going to count 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And on the 8th block, which should be this one, we're going to punch out 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to punch out the row above and the row of black. And then we're going to place a 4 wide by 3 tall section of white concrete. And then, as I said before, above all of this, we're going to place 4 rows of our light grey. We're then going to place 3 rows of our grey, and we're going to do this all the way around. With regards to the floor is going to be made out of sandstone. There's going to be a bunch of details, but again, that will come in the interior details section. So for here, just worry about placing sandstone. With regards to the floor kind of transitioning from the previous room, what I suggest you do is you build up the floor to the door line, so it will end up looking something like this. Make sure to place it underneath the cobblestone walls as well, just for the continuity is the word I was looking for. And then from here on out, it's just fair game. Place sandstone. As I said, a lot of this will be digging up, placing water and doing some crazy stuff. So just keep it nice and simple. So anyways, I'll be back in a second once these walls are done. The floor is sandstone and we will be in happy times. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead, I've filled everything in as you can see in front of you, and this is what it ends up looking like. Again, relatively simple. We'll be adding a bunch more of the details, tearing up the floor and all that good stuff in due course, but for now, again, that's going to be the Pirates Cove area, and if I fly up again from above, looking relatively nice. Still a lot to do, as you can kind of tell by the space, but again, we're making good progress. But anyways, what we're going to do at this point is we're going to take a sharp turn over now towards the right side of the build, and we're going to start making some progress on the various areas. Starting off, we are going to work on the staff room. So the staff room, or the kind of rear end of the reception area, is going to be through this door just here. So as you come through to the main original room, we're going to head through this door, we're going to come behind the door, and then we're going to start making some progress, as I said, on this side. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor in, again, our kind of measurements, our bearings, where we are. So what we're going to start off by doing is our black concrete. In front of the doorway here, on both the left side and the right side, we are going to place a black concrete. Across the top, we're going to place a row of 4 black concrete. We're then going to grab ourselves our nether brick stairs, and we're going to place 2 at the bottom and then 2 at the top upside down. We're then going to grab ourselves our dark oak fences, place a dark oak fence on each, and then as a custom, as part of the standard of the build, we are then going to place a stone button in each corner. Try not to do what I did there, which is make a real mess of it. But anyways, that's going to be our starting point. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to expand to the sides. So we're going to start off on the left side. As you can see, we have already extended 3 blocks to the left from the wall that's on the other side. So we're factoring in what we've built already. That's going to make our lives a little bit easier. From here to the left of this, we're going to extend a further 3 blocks. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then above this, we're going to do our usual pattern. So we're going to go black wall, black concrete, black wall. We are then going to expand into our blue and green terracotta. So again, following the exact same pattern, we just continue it over on top of this. Again, black wall, black concrete, black wall, and then we're going to go a light grey concrete powder, light grey concrete powder, 4 in total, and then above this, of course, a grey concrete powder, grey concrete powder, grey concrete, and again, that's going to be 3 blocks tall. So 4 for the light grey, 3 for the normal grey, exact same procedure. Rinse and repeat, essentially. On the right side, we're going to expand to the left, or to the right, sorry, 3 blocks, but we've already got that. What we're going to start then doing is kind of curving round and following the shape of the build, and again, this is going to bring us into the next area. So we're going to go diagonal. We've already got this pillar here, and then we're going to go diagonal again. So behind this wall area, we're going to place 2 blocks of black concrete. Above this, we're going to go black wall, black concrete. We're then going to go green terracotta, of course, because this is blue, and then we'll place a green diagonal, and then we'll place in between the 2 diagonals 2 blue terracotta. Above this, we will place 1 black wall and 1 black concrete, and then we're of course going to switch. So this one is light grey concrete powder, concrete. So we'll go light grey concrete powder, and then on top of this, we're going to place 3 grey concrete powder, and then to the side of it, in our final pillar, we'll place 4 light grey concrete, and then on top of that, 3 grey concrete. So you can see essentially we've got this kind of little diagonal corner. So it's going to go here, diagonal, diagonal to side 1. From here, we're then going to bring it backwards, so it's going to go into an additional wall that's going to form a new doorway. So what we are going to do is we are going to grab ourselves our black concrete, we'll go diagonal forwards, and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to bring it towards us, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down to the floor. So there should be a 3 block gap in the middle. It's a 3 wide by 4 tall doorway, or if you're actually counting the frame, it is 5 by 5. What we're then going to do is we are going to switch our blocks up, and on top of the doorway, we're going to place, you guessed it, 4 light grey concrete powder, 4 light grey concrete, concrete powder, concrete, and concrete powder, and then switching nice and simply to the greys, we're going to do the exact same, just 3 blocks on the corresponding blocks, and it's going to end up giving us something that looks like this. Now what this is going to do is it's going to go into the next area, which is going to go into the kitchen and the kind of behind the scenes areas. So again, we'll talk about a bit more about those in a moment, but that's going to be the doorway that's going to curve around into that area. Anyways, resuming with this room, what we're going to do is from this block here, we're going to go diagonal forwards to the right and forwards one, and then we're going to go diagonal forwards to the right again. That's going to go off to the side. Above this one, we are going to place black wool, black concrete, and then black wool. And then we're going to start off with green terracotta. We are then going to grab back our blue terracotta and green, and then again alternate for the second layer. And above this, we're going to cap it off. So let me grab back the black wool. We're going to go black wool, concrete, black wool, and then again above all of these, we'll start off with, in this case, we'll actually place 4 light grey concrete powder, so it does match up, but it just makes sure that the rest of the room is good. 4 light grey concrete, and then 4 light grey concrete powder, and the grey equivalent on top for 3 blocks. But again, we'll do this off camera. Again, I don't want to bore everyone too much with the same things over and over. Anyways, to the right of this area here where we've left off, we're going to extend 8 blocks to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On top of this, again, same old, black concrete, wall, concrete, wall, concrete, wall, concrete, and wall. We're then going to follow our pattern again of the green and blue terracotta, alternating between the two, and then second layer again between the two, filling in the gaps of blue terracotta, and then capping it off nice and simply with a mix of black concrete and black wool. Again, just to reiterate, above all of the black walls, we are going to place our concrete powder, and above all of the black concrete, we place our normal concrete. Again, I'll do this off camera. Hopefully you get the idea as to what it should be looking like. We're then going to take a sharp turn towards the right. Let me clean up my inventory just so we don't have to keep swapping out for the black concrete. What we're going to do is from here, we're going to go diagonal to the side, and we're going to place a row of 13 black concrete. So this one is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then on top of this, we are going to place, again, our black concrete. So we start off with black concrete, we finish with black concrete, block gap in the middle in which we are going to fill with black wool. We're then going to go back for layer number 3, which is going to start off with blue terracotta, again, above all of the black concrete, fill in the gaps with green terracotta, and then alternate for the second layer, filling in the gaps this time with blue terracotta. Again, above all of the greens, we are going to place a black concrete. Above all of the blues, we're going to place a black wool, and then above the concrete, you place concrete. Above the wall, you place concrete powder. Light grey first, 4 blocks in total. Grey on top of that, 3 blocks in total. We're then going to take one final last sharp turn towards the right side of the room. This time, we are going to go diagonal, and we're going to place, again, a row of 13 black concrete. If you've done it correctly, it should link up diagonally with the previous side. And what we're going to do, starting on the left side, we'll leave one block. We're then going to place our black concrete with a gap in the middle. On this one, you'll see it matches up with the black wall. That's not an issue. Again, if you get the odd occasional corner where things haven't matched up as you would wish, it's completely fine. Again, as long as the majority of the room kind of follows that crisscross pattern, that's all we are working with. Whilst I waffle about that, you can see I'm doing, again, the green and blue alternation. Again, in this corner, it will line up. On the left side, it won't, so not a problem. It doesn't matter at all. And then again, finally, one last layer of the black concrete, and if I back up, it should now look something like this. And again, above all of the walls, you place your concrete powders. Above all the concrete, you're going to place your concrete, etc., etc. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video again. I'm going to go around, build up the walls, and change over the floor. Again, you're just going to continue the floor. So you can see here, we're just going to make sure that the black doesn't line up with the black, so it's all diagonal. And then in the gaps, of course, we are going to be grabbing ourselves our polished diorite, and it's going to give us this lovely crisscross pattern. What we'll also do, exactly the same as what we've been doing for the rest of the build, is we are going to go 2 stairs, 1 plank, 2 stairs, 1 plank, using our dark oak with a row of slabs across the top. So again, just get that out the way. You can see here kind of the general that I'm going for. If you've got a situation like this, just do it. So plank, 2 stairs, and then plank in the corner, and then you're going to follow this round. So the easy way probably is just to place all the stairs first, go back in, fill the planks in between, and then a nice row of slabs across the top. But again, that's enough. I'll pause the video here. I'll be back in a moment once that is complete. Okay, so that is what the room ends up looking like. As you can see, again, very, very similar to the other rooms in terms of the actual basic core look. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of awesome decorations in here, which is going to completely transform that, and it will completely stand out. But again, for now, relatively similar. With regards to the corner here, I do want to kind of clarify, because when I was going back and doing the stairs, I realized it might be a point of confusion. So in this part here, I decided to do a stair facing towards the door and then 2 further stairs, both with slabs on. And in this corner, I did 2 stairs, a plank, and then back to the stairs. So that's the way I did this. The one thing is, this corridor here, it feels like a little, what would be the word, not claustrophobic, but it doesn't feel as wide as it potentially could be. So you might be able to get away with just putting a stair here instead, rather than a full block, but again, it doesn't really matter too much. Anyways, the next room we're going to be working on the basis that you have this one complete, is going to be just through this door. So again, this is going to be kind of a little intersection, if you will. There's going to be the little food counter here. There's going to be a little corridor linking the staff room to the food counter to the kitchen to behind the scene. So it's kind of a 4-point junction in the corridor, if you will. So what we're going to do is, facing towards the door of the area we've just built, we're going to start off by placing a black concrete in front of each of the sides, and then at the top we're going to place a row of 4 black concrete. We are then going to grab ourselves, once again, our nether brick stairs. We're going to place nether brick stairs normal on the bottom, upside down at the top, and then in the middle we're going to place a dark oak fence, and then on each corner, again, kind of as standard, you probably guessed already, we are going to place a stone button, and it ends up looking like this. What we're going to do is essentially make a lot of use out of what we have already built in terms of these walls, the walls around, etc, etc. What we can't do on this one is kind of use this wall, so we are going to have to bring this one forward. So we'll place 1 black concrete, we'll place a second on top because of black wall here. We're then going to go blue, green, we'll go black concrete, and then for this one, because obviously we've got the concrete powder either side, we will go 4 light grey concrete, and then on top of this we'll go 3 grey concrete, and that'll fill in that gap there just nicely. This one, of course, we can use. We're going to make the door stand out a little bit as well. So again, same procedure, black concrete at the bottom, 4 black concrete across the top. We'll then grab ourselves our nether brick stairs. We'll place a stair upside down stairs, and then we'll finally grab ourselves our dark oak fences and our stone buttons, if I can actually grab them into my inventory. Stone button on each, and you can see now kind of how that corner has come together. So we've got staff room area, main kind of dining room area, and then we're going to proceed now into the new door, which is going to be going into the kind of behind the scenes repair area, if you will. So the way we're going to do this, and it's actually going to be relatively tricky, because we are going to be adjusting the height of the floor, as crazy as that sounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to place a cyan terracotta, and to the right of it we're going to place 2 cyan terracotta. On top of both of these we are going to grab ourselves our stone brick slabs, and we're going to place a stone brick slab on top of each. Try not to smash through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style, as I've just done there. Not ideal. What we will also do is we are going to grab ourselves our nether brick stairs, and we're going to do 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, to the side of the top cyan terracotta. So for the second layer, it's actually going to be 1 block taller, and then what we're going to do is on this side, we're going to grab back our cyan terracotta, and we're going to match it. So 1 cyan terracotta, 2 cyan terracotta, and then a stone brick slab on each. On this one, we'll end up building up, but again, I'll explain a little bit about that in a second. To the right of this, we're going to place a black concrete, and then that's going to go into a doorway. So behind here, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 forwards, and that's going to be the start of the doorway. But again, we'll talk about that in a second. For this area, there's going to be a doorway here as well. So next to this green terracotta here, directly behind the stair and up one, we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4 using black concrete. We're then going to grab ourselves our nether brick slabs. We're going to place at the very top, on the top layer, 2 nether brick slabs, and then 4 black concrete going downwards to the right of this. So that's going to give us a 2 by 2 doorway. behind the nether brick stairs at the bottom, we're going to place a row of grey wool, and this is going to go into where the floor is of the next corridor, this one here. So again, it's going to be 2 blocks taller than the other area, so you go up the stairs and that's going to proceed that way. To the right of this, where we kind of left off, we'll punch out that slab, and above we are going to grab ourselves our blue terracotta, 1 green, we'll then place 1 black concrete, and then above this, again, we shall place our light grey concrete. So let me grab that, 4 light grey concrete, and then on top of that we will place 3 grey concrete to bring us to the top. We're going to do something very similar on the top of the door. So on the top of the door here, we are going to start off with our light grey concrete. So we'll place 3 light grey concrete. We will then place 3 light grey concrete powder, 3 light grey concrete, and concrete powder. The reason why it's 3 and not 4 is obviously because it starts off 1 block taller than it would normally. We're then going to switch swiftly to the grey equivalents, so again grey concrete and grey concrete powder, and we're going to bring these up to the top as well. Exact same applies. What you can do if you want to, and again you don't have to, but it's an option, is if you don't like this blue pillar here, you could put another layer. So the way you do that is just extend this forwards. So again, blue terracotta, you then place 1 black, and then in front of here you would place a row, if I can find the block, it's on my hotbar already, 4 light grey terracotta, and then on top of the terracotta, concrete powder, and then on top of that just place 3 light or normal grey concrete powder, and that kind of makes it look a little bit more balanced. What we'll also do is we're going to grab ourselves our nether brick slabs, if I can actually grab them, and underneath this, so on the top row of the block below, we'll place a 2nd row of slabs, and then we'll place at the very top left and top right a stone button just for good measure. Now, heading back around to the right side, as I mentioned before, there's going to be a doorway here. Before we crack on with that, what we'll do is behind the cyan terracotta, we will place a black concrete. So 1 black concrete behind the cyan terracotta. On top of this, we'll place black wool. We'll then go green because that one's blue. Blue on top, 1 black wool, and then on top of this, we'll go 4 light grey concrete powder, and then 3 grey concrete powder. That brings us to the final side of the room. So again, as standard, we'll leave a 2 block gap, so 1, 2. We'll then place 2 black concrete like so. On top of the rear one, we'll build up 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Join them in the middle and bring it all the way across at the top, so we've got a 4 wide section. What we'll do, stone button each corner, so top and bottom, and then same as usual, we'll place nether brick stairs at the top and bottom. Top one's upside down, and then in the middle a bunch or 2, a pair if you will, of dark oak fences. That's going to be the doorway that's going to go into the kitchen area, of course. And then what we're going to do on this little section is there's going to be a little window, almost like so you can pass out the food, just to make it a little bit easier for the workers. So the way we're going to do this is to the left of this I was about to say dark oak. To the left of this black concrete, we're going to place a dark oak, and then we're going to grab ourselves our stairs. We're going to place 2 stairs facing towards us, and on top of this, we're going to place a row of 3 nether brick slabs. So again, it ends up looking like this. It's going to be a little window area, as I said, just here. What we're then going to do is behind here, behind the stair, we'll place 3 nether brick slabs, and above this, we are going to start off on the left side, 1 black wool, and then we'll place 1 black concrete, and then we're going to build all the way across, again alternating. So we will grab ourselves first off the light greys. So we're going to start off on this one by building up 4 light grey concrete. We'll then go 4 light grey concrete powder. We'll then again duplicate it just because it's above a door. So a 2nd row of light grey concrete powder, concrete, concrete powder, concrete. And in fact, what am I talking about? We don't even need to duplicate it. We can just have it normal. So again, alternating between the 2 all the way to the edge. And once you get to here, we'll just put a black wool. And again, just alternate it until you hit that corner. That's going to be this room. Again, very, very simple. A few odd shapes here and there, just to kind of make it a little bit more confusing. But again, that is the general vibe of the room. So that's going to be that bit going into the kitchen. This is going to be the behind the scenes area. In this corner here, we can grab ourselves our dark oak, and we'll place one plank, 2 stairs. Above this, of course, our dark oak slabs, and then the rest of it we'll kind of just leave as it is. Of course, we're going to do the floor. I'll do that off camera, don't worry about it. But what we'll proceed to do is we're going to move now into the next section, which is going to be the corridor just through this gap here. So with this corridor, you're going to see the rear side of the stage. There's not really much we can do about that. We're extremely limited by space. That's good because it saves us a bunch of work. It doesn't look the best, but of course there's going to be a bunch of levers and controls. It's going to be behind the scenes. It's meant to be kind of a bit messy. So we're going to start off in this corner here. We'll place a black concrete just to the left of the grey wall underneath the door, and we're going to extend 1 block further to the left. From here, we're going to extend forward 16 blocks, so it's 17 in total. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. On top of this, we are going to build as if we are continuing with the exact same pattern. So you can see here, we are starting off with the blue terracotta behind it. What we'll do is we're going to place in front of this a dark oak plank, so a dark oak plank, and then we'll place to the right of this, obviously, our row of stairs, and then we'll place a slab on top. So you can see you'll have the green that is visible. Diagonal from here, we're going to start off with green terracotta. We'll leave a 1 block gap, and we're going to go green again all the way across with the blue terracottas in the middle. And then on top of this, we're going to alternate. So whilst we're not technically building the way we'd normally build, in the sense of building to the floor, because the floor has been raised by 2 blocks, again, the room is basically the exact same. So it's just making the room slightly shorter, which is not a problem. You can see here we've got black concrete, so we're going to start off with black wall for this. So again, above all of the blue terracottas, we'll place a black wall, and then in the gaps in between, we're going to go ahead and place a black concrete. As I mentioned before, to the left of the plank here, we'll do our rows of stairs. So again, 2 stairs, plank, 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 and then once we get to the end, we can just build it 1 block over. So again, just place 2 planks like so. And again, you go across the top, solid row of dark oak slabs, and it ends up looking something like this. Again, exact same logic applies with above. So above all of the black walls, you're going to place 4 light grey concrete powder, and then on top of that, 3 grey concrete powder, and then above all the concrete, 4 light grey concrete, and then above that, 3 grey concrete. As I mentioned before, you don't need to build anything here. We'll be adding some details, some levers, all that good stuff in the future video. What we can do is just place a stone button on this door, and then in terms of the carpet, we're just going to alternate between grey concrete and grey wool. So we'll place a row of grey concrete, and then alternate, as I said, between grey concrete, grey wool. As before, as mentioned, it is raised off of the floor, so there is going to be a gap underneath. If you're in survival, maybe put some lights down. I can't imagine many if you're in survival, so I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. But again, just a consideration, you don't want stuff spawning underneath. As I said, we'll do that off camera. With regards to this door, which is of course the opposite end of the corridor, it's going to be pretty much the exact same. So what we're going to start off by doing is we are going to, at the end here, place a row of 4 black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll leave a 2 block gap, and then we'll place a second row of 4 black concrete just here. To the right of this, we are going to place a blue terracotta, a green terracotta, and a black concrete. And again, that will continue upwards using 4 light grey concrete, and then eventually 3 grey concrete on top. In this section here, we are going to grab back our nether brick slabs. We'll place 2 nether brick slabs in the middle, leave a half block gap, place 2 more. We'll then grab ourselves our stone button in the top corner, identical to what we were doing previously. And then again, above this, if I grab out my materials, we're going to start off 1, 2, 3 using our light grey concrete powder, 3 light grey concrete powder. To the side of this, as I mentioned before, 4 light grey concrete, and then we alternate all the way down, again using 4 light grey concrete powder, concrete powder, concrete, etc, etc, and then above that build up 3 using the exact same kind of variance. So that's going to be that all the way across. We'll do it off camera, don't worry about it. And what we'll then do is continue through this door, and this is going to be into the next room. Again, if you watch the showcase, you know what it looks like, what it's going to be. It's almost like a storage / repair room, but again, relatively simple, a few kind of quirky shapes to it, but we'll discuss that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off, you come through the door, turn around, face towards it. What we're going to do is above the black concrete here, just build up using 3 light grey concrete and also 3 grey concrete, just to cover that gap. What we can also do is in this corner here, go ahead and start off by placing a black concrete. Then what we'll do is we will place, a black concrete just there, and then above we are going to place, as you can see behind it, a green terracotta, and then a blue terracotta, black concrete, so let me grab that back, and then we will do 4 light grey concrete and 3 grey concrete. So that's just to cover the blue concrete in the corner, so you can't see it, makes it look a little smoother. We're going to turn our attention to the left side, not before we do the all-important stone buttons on the door, but we're going to turn our attention to the left side, and we'll expand that out first, and then we'll come back afterwards and kind of deal with this area. So anyways, as you can see, we've got this area, that's the door. To the left of it, we've got this 1 pillar. What we're going to do is we're going to extend, so we're going to go 1 to the left, and then we're going to bring it forwards, 1, 2, 3. Punch out this block here, we're not actually going to build there, so it's just the 3 blocks to the front, and then we're going to extend 5 to the left, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's 6 blocks in total. Go back to your blue and green terracotta. We're going to switch out as well and grab ourselves our black wall back. And what we're going to do is we'll start off. So right here, we've got blue terracotta. So we'll go green, again, leaving gaps in between each. Fill in the gaps with blue terracotta. And then on top of all the greens, place blue. In the gaps, place green. And that is what you're looking for. Next, what we're going to do, black wall on top of all the blues. Black concrete on top of all of the green, and then again we alternate, so we'll do light grey concrete powder, light grey concrete, etc, etc. Again, off camera I will fill this in. Next, what we're going to do, we'll spin around to this side, so that side pretty much done. Nice and simple. So you can see here we've got the corner piece here, the diagonal, we've then got a 3 block gap, we've got the 3 white section, and then we've got a 5 wide area for the wall. What we'll do is on the corner here, we'll go diagonal, and this is going to go into the opposite side. So we'll spin round. From here, we're going to extend 11 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. On top of this, we will alternate between the black concrete and the black wall. It doesn't actually really matter for this section because most of it won't be visible, but again, just good practice. And then for the next section, again, alternate. So we've got blue here, so we'll start off with green. So above all the black concretes, place a green. In all the gaps, place a blue terracotta. And we're going to do the exact same for the second layer, just alternating. And then what we'll do again is rinse and repeat. So above all the blue terracotta, we'll place concrete. Above all of the green, we'll place wall. And then above all the concrete, we'll place concrete. Above all the wall, we'll place concrete powder. So that's that side. Spin round, 1 last side remaining. Again, nice and simple. It's going to be 9 blocks wide. So we'll start off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect, links up. Again, doesn't really matter for the bottom. I'll do it just for good measure. But this will be kind of covered by the floor. And then we'll start off bottom corner green, going all the way across, matches up nicely. Fill in the gaps with blue. Second layer, again, alternating between the colours. And then above it, we'll start off with black concrete, and then we'll match in the corner. It doesn't matter. Fill in the gaps with black wall. And then above, as I said, just alternate between the blocks. With regards to the floor, again, it's going to be the exact same logic. So it's going to be the stripe pattern between the 2 greys. So grab yourselves your grey wall, and we're just going to do a row of grey wall, row of grey concrete, row of grey wall, concrete, and we'll do this all the way across. We are then also going to place our dark oak stairs, exact same as kind of what we've been working with in the other rooms. There is a little exception when we're kind of working around the white area, and that will factor into the final build when we start adding the details. but again, I'll show you in a second what that's going to be looking like. So again, the floor in here is raised 1 block above, or 2 blocks above if you're counting actually replacing the floor. So the base is going to be in line with the bottom of the green and blue terracotta. So again, 2 blocks up. With regards to the dark oak stairs, as I was kind of alluding to before, so to the right of this block here, what we'll do is we'll place 1 dark oak stair, so a single dark oak stair, followed by a plank. We'll then place 2 dark oak stairs and a plank. We'll place 2 dark oak stairs, plank, 2 dark oak stairs, whoops, and a plank. However, with regards to the slabs, we'll start off, we'll place 2 slabs, we'll then leave a 5 block gap, and then we'll place slabs all the way across. For the remaining part of the room, again, just do the whole 2 stairs, 1 block rule. If you get to a corner like this, where there's multiple, you can just double up the blocks, or you can just place 3 stairs in the corner like so. Doesn't really matter. Again, it's up to you. Going back around to the doorway, again, exact same logic applies. So we'll do 2 stairs, block, 2 stairs, block, whoops, and if you can, on the corners, just do it so the stairs are angled. It makes it look a little bit nicer. For this one, I'm just going to place a second block in the corner, and then we'll go back to the whole, again, 2 stairs and a block rule. So fill in all the gaps, dark oak slab all the way across. Again, it doesn't matter if it's 100% perfect, as long as you have the general idea, and that's going to be that room. So again, I'll pause the video now. What I'll do is I'll build up the walls and I'll fill in the floor in the other corridor, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the kitchen and the kind of maintenance / utility room, and that's going to wrap up today's video. Again, in the next part we'll then focus on the corridor, the party rooms, the bathrooms, all that good stuff, even the office. So tons and tons of stuff to work on in the second video. Again, 2 more rooms to work on in this one, and then we will call it wraps for today. But again, if you are liking the video, please again consider liking it, subscribing if you haven't so far, and I'll be back in a second once we've made some progress. Alrighty, so you can see I've gone ahead, filled in the floors, built up the walls, and we are now going to move on to the next stage, which is going to be the kitchen room. The kitchen room is going to be located directly behind the corridor and this little corridor intersection where we built the stairs and the 4 entrances / exits. So we're going to pop through this door here, spin around, and this is going to be our starting point. Of course, where we left off, we'd built out the nether brick slabs like so. What we're going to start off by doing is directly to the side of all of this, we are going to extend out. So we'll place a black concrete in this gap here. We'll build up again with 1 black concrete, switch out to the blue terracotta and the green terracotta once again. We'll start off with blue, green, black concrete, and then in this gap here, and this might be why I place a thing, what we'll do is we'll just hide away a little double section. So again, that might have been originally what I was saying to do it above the door, but it doesn't matter too much. Again, occasionally you'll have the kind of double sections. As long as you kind of hide it a little bit, that is completely fine. But anyways, what we're going to do is we are going to start off, once we've done that, by bringing the door 1 layer forwards. So we'll just double it up. Again, exact same shape, 5 tall, 4 wide. Again, it's at the moment looking something like this. What we'll do is we're also, to the left of the door, going to place 2 stairs, a plank, 2 stairs and a plank. And above all of this, we're going to place, starting from the left side, 3 dark oak slabs, and then we'll place 3 nether brick slabs. Again, just continuing with the idea of this kind of being a hole in the window where they can pass through food to the actual canteen area just through there. Apart from that, that wall is complete. Again, that is done out the way. We don't need to worry about it. The same logic is going to apply with this wall. However, we do need to fill in the 1 block gap here. So what we are going to do is we'll place 2 black concrete, and then in the middle, nicely, because it does meet up, we'll place a blue terracotta, a green terracotta, a black concrete, concrete, and then we will place our light grey concrete, so 4 in total, 3 grey concrete. That's going to meet up nicely, and that's going to be what we need to do. What we will have to do is extend this black concrete all the way across, and I guess it will be visible. I lied earlier when I said it wasn't. So what we are going to do is underneath each of the green terracottas, we will place a black wall. So just switch it out to its black wall so that, again, you can actually see it on this side of the room. Now, anyways, in this side, it's going to be 21 blocks wide. So what we'll do is we're going to count what we have already. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we'll extend by a further 2 blocks. And again, just make sure that you alternate between the black wall and the black concrete. And in this 1 block gap here, we will go ahead and again place 1 blue terracotta, 1 green. We'll place a black concrete, 4 light grey concrete, and 3 grey concrete. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a sharp turn towards the right side, and this is going to be kind of technically doubling up the wall. We're going to go 13 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And it ends up looking something like this. So again, that's 21 wide, that section here, and then this wall is going to be 13 wide. Of course, because we left off with the black wall here, we're going to start off with black concrete, so we're going to alternate between the 2, finishing off with black concrete, filling in the gaps with black wall. We finished off with green, so we're going to start off with blue. So blue on top of all of the black concrete, and then alternate it for the second layer, filling in the gaps this time with blue terracotta. And then for the next row, you get the idea. Again, it's the exact same thing we've been doing throughout the whole video. Alternate between the black and blue, or the black concrete and the black wall. And then above all of the concrete, we'll place 4 light grey concrete. Above all the black wall, we'll place 4 light grey concrete powder. And then on top of that, we'll place 3 layers of the grey equivalents. Again, that's pretty much it for that section. What we will do is we are going to then take another sharp turn, this time to the right side, and we will place diagonal 1, 2, 3. What we'll then do is we will go to the right a 4th block, but we're also going to build up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're then going to extend to the right, 1, 2, 3, down to the floor, and then we're going to bring it forwards a layer. So this is going to be a doorway that's going to go into the utility room, the power room, whatever you want to call it. Again, there's a 3 block gap on the left side, and on this side we will place black wall, black concrete, black wall. We left off with the blue terracotta, so we'll go green first, alternate it, and then for the next layer, again, black wall, black concrete, black wall. To the right of the doorway, we are going to extend 24 blocks to the right. So in line with here, again, we're going to grab ourselves our black concrete, and we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, and 4. And then we are going to alternate, again, our black concrete and black wall, starting off with the black concrete, and then as we get to the end, we'll start off this time from the left side with black wall. So again, all the way across. On top of the black concretes, we are going to place blue terracotta. So again, it's the exact same. It's a much larger area, but the same principle applies in terms of what we are doing. On top of all of the blue terracottas, again, a green terracotta, and then in between the green terracottas, we are going to place blue terracotta, and you guessed it, on top, we're going to mirror the black concrete and black wall. So above all of the green terracottas, we are going to place a black concrete, and then above all of the blue terracottas, we are going to place a black wall. Then the equivalent above, so above the walls, we're going to place concrete powder, 4 light grey and 3 grey, and then above all of the concretes, we'll place concrete. On the basis we filled that in, which I will do off camera, we're going to take another sharp turn towards the right for the final time, and that's going to bring us to this wall here. Of course, we already have the majority of this wall done, so what we're going to do is we're just going to extend it to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on this section, we're just going to extend, so black concrete, black wall, concrete wall, and then we will do, again, green terracotta, filled in with blue, blue terracotta filled in with green, and then we'll go wall, concrete, and that's going to be that. So again, just essentially filling in the gap. That's going to be the room. Again, a relatively large room, but there is going to be lots of detail in here once we crack on with it. Again, the floor follows the exact same pattern, so we just go ahead and start doing all the diagonals, the checkerboard with the polished andesite and the black concrete. And again, I'll do that all off camera. And regards to the stairs, again, what we'll do is we'll grab ourselves our stairs. Exact same logic applies. There is a little section on the front wall towards the actual door where it is slightly different, and that is based on some of the detail we'll be adding in afterwards. So we will be adding some stone brick stairs and also, or some stone brick slabs and also some black concrete. So we'll do one stair. We'll then grab ourselves our black concrete. So we'll place one black concrete. We'll place a block, a stair, a black concrete. We'll then place again a block, a stair, a black concrete, a block, a stair, and then as we progress, we'll have 6 black concrete in total. So we'll just essentially rinse and repeat this. So black concrete, plank, stair, black concrete. So how many is that? 3, 4, 5. One more. Plank, stair, black concrete. And again, that's going to fit in with what we're building. And then once you hit this point, again, just do dark oak planks, 2 stairs, dark oak plank. And then for the remaining part of the build, exact same 2 stairs and a plank, 2 stairs, plank. And we're going to do that all the way around until we hit here. Exact same for this side. We just follow it all the way around with slabs on top. So again, simple as can be, and we will do the majority of this off camera. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I filled in the walls, I filled in the floor. Did make a mistake. What we were building over here is actually going to be on that wall. So flip it over, again it's 6 black concrete, and then for this section just fill in the stairs. One thing I also want to address is above the door we are going to have a 2 wide section of the concrete powder. Of course, didn't really address that before, but that is a good thing to mention, just to ensure that we can maintain the pattern of above concrete, concrete, above wall, concrete powder. Now, again, with regards to this section, there's going to be a few of the stone brick slabs. So what we're going to do is above all of the black concrete and one to the right, we're going to place a stone brick slab. And then in all the remaining areas, we'll go ahead and place a dark oak slab. So again, above the black concrete and to the right is going to be a stone brick slab. And then everything else is going to be a dark oak slab. So that's again going to be the wall furthest away from the entrance to the room, facing towards the utility room, as you will. And that's what we're going to work on next, is the utility room. So again, this is that room complete, and that's the kitchen. What we'll do is we'll head through the door into the final room that we're going to be building. Originally I was planning on doing the corridor, but I think the video is a little long for that. So we'll start off with this. What we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete. In fact, what we'll do before that is we'll grab ourselves our black concrete, and we're going to add another layer to the door. So essentially just exactly the same as what we've done before, just add another layer to the door. We'll actually bring it forwards a second one, and the reason why we'll do that is because we need to make sure there is a 1 block gap, because we're going to be building different walls on this one. So it's going to follow a slightly different pattern, and you'll know you've done it correctly if the door is now 4 blocks wide. Anyways, what we're going to do is to the left of the door, we'll go diagonal backwards, and here what we're going to do is we're going to go 11 to the left using grey concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then we're going to add 2 more layers on top of this. So again, it's 11 blocks wide, but it's also now 3 blocks tall. What we're going to do on the left side is we're going to go diagonal forwards, and here we're going to build up 8 using black concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 using black concrete. Then what we'll go ahead and do is, going back to the grey concrete here, we'll add a layer of cyan terracotta. We'll then go ahead and add a layer of grey concrete powder. I've lost it. There it is. We'll grab that. And then on top of this, we're going to have 3 layers, but we're going to alternate between 2 blocks. And it's going to be a different 2 blocks than what we have been working with previously. So we are going to start off on the left corner by building up 3 gravel. We're going to do andesite, back to the gravel, and we're going to alternate between this all the way across. Again, that is 3 blocks tall. So this room is going to be shorter than the previous room, but again, that is completely fine. So alternating between gravel and andesite, and it's going to give us this real gritty kind of industrial look, and that's what we're going for. Above the doorway, we're going to continue this over. So andesite, gravel, andesite, and gravel, and it's going to end up looking something like this. Now, what we're going to do in the bottom bit here, just to make it look a little more interesting, is we are going to grab ourselves our cobblestone walls. We will also, whilst we're at it, and again, I'll clean up the inventory a little bit, we'll grab ourselves our cyan terracotta, wherever that may be. There we are. So we are going to start off on the right side, 2 cobblestone walls, cyan terracotta, 2 cobblestone wall, cyan terracotta, 2 cobblestone wall, cyan terracotta, and 2 cobblestone walls. Above all of this, we will then place a row of our stone brick slabs all the way across. So again, slightly different to what we've been doing previously, and it's going to end up looking like this. Anyone that's built the FNAF Freddy Fazbear frights, you'll probably be getting flashbacks at this point. Again, a detail that we used quite commonly on that build. So that is the left side of the door complete. Now what we're going to do is extend 11 blocks to the right on the right side. So we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Make it 2 blocks tall and then a 3rd block tall. We will then place a row of cyan terracotta followed by a row of our grey concrete powder. So again, 1 row of grey concrete powder, and then at the top we're going to alternate between 3 high pillars of andesite and 3 high pillars of gravel. So again, alternating between the 2, and once we've done that, what we're going to do is on the right side we are going to cap it off. We're going to grab ourselves our black concrete, we'll go diagonal forwards, and we're going to build up 8 using black concrete, and it's going to give us something that looks like this. As we've done previously, 2 cobblestone walls, cyan, 2 cobblestone walls, and cyan, and we do this all the way across with a row of stone brick slabs. And if I back up, you should now have the first wall, the entry wall, if you will. Again, that is going to be 11 on the left, 11 on the right, 4 in the middle, so bit of quick maths, 26 wide, and then the 2 pillars of black concrete either side. What we're going to do is we're going to head around to the right side. So we're going to grab ourselves our grey concrete. We're going to go diagonal, and then from here we're going to go 13 blocks to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14 in total. We're going to double and triple it up. So again, that is 3 layers tall in total. We are going to place a layer of cyan terracotta across the top, followed by a layer of grey concrete powder, and then we are going to alternate once again between the gravel and the andesite, starting off this time with gravel, and then we'll place andesite in between. Again, it is 3 blocks tall, so nice and simple. Again, a much shorter room than the other rooms in the build, which have typically had a few more layers on top. As you can see, with just the rows behind, 4 blocks shorter than the row or the room next to it. So that's that section. Again, at the corner, we're going to go diagonal, and we're going to build up 8 using black concrete. And then in the middle, we'll do our whole 2 cobblestone walls, cyan terracotta, etc., etc. But again, I'll do that off camera, save it boring you. What we're going to do now is we're going to spin around, so we're facing now away from the door. Again, exact same procedure applies, diagonal from the black concrete. This time we're going to place a row of 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 using our grey concrete. We're going to double it up. We're going to triple it up, and then we're going to add a layer of cyan terracotta, and just to cap it off nicely, a layer of grey concrete powder. Of course, from here we'll alternate, so this time we're going to start off again with gravel. We'll then do our andesite in between, and then what we're going to do is the little kind of almost garage door exit, if you will, is kind of what it reminds me of. For this, we are going to need our acacia logs, which I think we chucked out earlier. So we'll grab those back. We're going to need some acacia logs. What we're going to do is we're going to go diagonal forwards from the grey concrete here. We're going to build up 8 using acacia logs. So it's going to be the exact same height as the walls. What we're then going to do is we are going to place rows of upside down stone brick stairs. So we're going to grab ourselves our stone brick stairs. We'll also grab ourselves our stone brick slabs, and I'll explain in a second why we're going to be doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to place to the right of the acacia log 8 upside down. So again, it can be a bit tricky. Upside down stone brick stairs. So that is number 6, 7, and 8. And then to the right of that, we're going to build up 8 using our acacia logs. On top of this, we are going to build a further 6 layers of upside down stone brick stairs. However, on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, we're going to do something slightly different. So we're going to place on the 2nd layer 1, 2, and then we're going to place 1 at the corner. On the right side, exact same, 1, 2, and then we're going to place 1 on the corner, and it's going to give us something that looks like this. We'll do the exact same for the next layer, so 1, 2, and corner. Exact same on this side, 1, 2, and corner, and then once more, 1, 2, and corner, and then 1, 2, and corner. For the next layer, do a solid row all the way across of upside down, and we're going to do that twice more until we reach the layer just below the top. So again, the 5th, 6th, and 7th layers will all be normal. It's just going to be 8 upside down stone brick stairs, and then once we reach the top, we're just going to do a solid row of acacia logs capping it off. In this middle section here, what we're going to do is using our stone brick slabs, on the upper half of the block, we're going to place 2 in the middle for each of these, and then it's going to give us this kind of grill effect. We're going to go around to the rear side, and behind all of these gaps, we're just going to cover it up using stone brick slabs, stone brick stairs, whatever you want to do. It's just a small little detail so that it's not just a plain flat wall. And you can see here it gives it a bit of depth and makes it look a little bit more interesting. Again, similar to kind of like a little garage exit you would get where you put your car, etc. So that would just be like a little storage door that opens. They can bring in equipment, etc., etc. This is, of course, the utility room. So that's what we're going to be working with. We're going to repeat what we did on the left side now on the right. Again, as I said before, there'll be cobblestone walls and cyan terracotta. We'll do that off camera. What we'll do is we'll go to the acacia logs on the right side, go diagonal backwards, 8 of our grey concrete. We'll then go diagonal forwards, and then we're going to build up 8 using our black concrete. That's going to be the area. Again, for this section here, we're going to add a 2nd and 3rd layer using the grey concrete. We're also going to place a layer of cyan terracotta. So again, 1 layer of cyan terracotta, followed by a layer of grey concrete powder. And then on this one, again, starting off with gravel, we'll place 3 gravel, and then 3 andesite, gravel, and we'll do that all the way across. And that's going to leave us with 1 wall remaining. Again, details I'll come back to. So spin around one last time. Again, you should have a black pillar on the left side, a black pillar on the right side, and a 14 block gap in the middle. From the black concrete pillar here, we are going to go diagonal backwards and place a row of 14 grey concrete. We're then going to swiftly add a 2nd and 3rd row on top of this, and that is going to be that section. What we're then going to do is, as we have done previously, we're going to do a row of cyan terracotta. It's very much rinse and repeat, a layer of grey concrete powder, and then just as standard, starting on the left side, we are going to place gravel. We're going to leave the gap in between, and we're going to do this all the way across, 3 tall in total, and then fill in the remaining area with the andesite. And that's going to be that. Again, exact same in the middle bit here. We are going to do our 2 cobblestone wall, cyan terracotta, 2 cobblestone wall, etc., etc., with a row of stone brick slabs going across the top, and we'll do the exact same on the other sides. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it, but we need to do the floor. So the floor, exact same applies. Continue the black and polished, I want to say diorite, I keep forgetting, getting switched up between 2. It is diorite, doing that all the way around, and you want to make sure to do it underneath the cobblestone walls as well, because it will be visible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video for one last time. I'm going to come back once that is complete, and then we'll wrap up part number 3 here, and again we'll continue in part number 4 for the next section. So again, I'll pause the video here and I'll be back in a moment once I've made some progress. Okay, and once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. Again, again, very, very simple. You can see I've gone ahead and filled in the middle bits with the cobblestone walls and the signed terracotta, stone brick slabs across the top, nice and simple. And that is going to be it. That's the utility room. And if I fly up, you'll see all the progress we've made in today's video. Again, that's kind of the front of the restaurant. So you've got the main dining room, you've got the kind of behind the scenes staff areas. And then in the next video, which is going to be obviously part 4 in the series, we're going to be looking to build the corridor and all the rooms that come off the corridor. So that being the bathrooms, the arcade rooms, the party rooms, and the office room. And again, in future videos, we'll be doing the interior. But apart from that, again, stay tuned for the videos. There'll be a link to the playlist down below if you want to follow it directly, or if you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing to the channel with notifications on. Hit the notification bell so you actually get notified when I upload. And yeah, apart from that, once again, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. There is going to be a link in the description. The first 1,000 of you to click the link will get a free premium trial on the platform. Again, very, very good. Do recommend you check it out. Again, that's linked in the description for the first 1,000 of you. But yeah, I'll also go ahead and leave in the description a link to the previous series. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen the FNAF 1, the Fredbear's Family Diner, or the FNAF 3 build that we've been doing in the past, that will all be linked down below. But apart from that, I'm going to wrap up today's video. Again, stay tuned for part number 4, where we'll continue with the progress. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, a like is very much appreciated. And please let me know down in the comment section below anything you want to see in the future on the channel, whether it's FNAF related or not. Again, just comment down below. It's how I base what we're going to be building. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, my name has been Tom Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light